If big brave people like this didn't exist, then the world would move a whole lot slower. Not only have they figured out how to do a job right, but they do it better than anyone else. Think seesaws are exclusive for playgrounds? Think again. Turn child's play into paychecks. When you're on traffic duty, well, you gotta pick up some donuts and a coffee from the shop. When Aladdin isn't available for house calls, but you still find a way to blow your kid's mind. Forget ski masks and hoods. Here's a criminal who has it all figured out. Good luck to the sketch artist trying to draw this thief. Losing all your hair has its advantages. Like escaping security by simply removing your hat. You just got away with it. No cap. It's about time someone fought back against those claws of injustice. All it took was tipping the scales slightly. Man won, machine nil. Whether she was using her phone or not, this little girl's meant for greatness. It just shows. You never know what's going on behind closed doors. Getting bit by a radioactive spider isn't necessary at all. Spider-Man who? Who needs a ramp when you've got him? He's got the means to overcome and adapt to any situation. Leaving his chainsaw at home wasn't a problem. All it took was some dominoes logic to complete a day's work with one push. Why pay $1,000 in repairs when you can find alternatives? Cancel that call to your insurance company. They're ready to hit the road again. This is what happens when you put a scientist on dad duty. If you think smarter and work less, wine and baby time can still work together. This is the perfect way to make sure you always get the best sunspots on the shore. Forget long walks. Let's go for a long chair ride on the beach. When all those years of being an only child finally pays off. Who needs friends anyway? When you have trust issues with your coworker, you improvise. Think your camo khakis are impressive? Well, this guy is able to literally become nature. And that's how you bring a changing room straight to online shopping. Not all heroes wear capes. Some just need a photo and a pair of scissors. I've heard of using salt on your driveway for clearing snow, but a flamethrower? James Bond has been real quiet since this video dropped. You can take the elevator, but the real ones take the stair rails. A good employee is able to prevent a thief from stealing. A great one's able to catch them in the act. Why run when you can just walk past like a knife through butter? He's just giving his opposition trust issues for life. I don't know what's more impressive here. The path to get a mouse out the house, or how many water bottles they have at home. Let's just hope the cat wasn't waiting at the end of the trail. When someone orders a pizza tower, a boring day at work turns into Mission Impossible. Let's just hope he got a tall tip from the customer. When those reduced bills come in from cutting down on air conditioning costs, he definitely is going to be the coolest man in the house. There's being a lowrider, then there's avoiding a parking ticket wherever you go. He may not have the force within, but having a laser was more than enough means to solve this problem. He just saved having to pay too much for something on the internet in order to do the same thing that he can attach to his nose.
Treat me like white teeth, don't get me dirty.
This is the printing money version of bricklaying. If you don't have the raw materials, use some raw brain power to make exact replicas. That shot was off the table. She's still waiting for that first ball to come down. Even when you don't have servants at your disposal, with her brain power, you can still get treated like royalty. And here's that guy that nobody wants to play with. If he can rig table football like that, imagine what he'd do when he discovers video game mods. Advertising has a way of seamlessly being a part of our daily life, and he's the perfect example of that. To some, fishing and golf are like chalk and cheese. To others, it's an opportunity to reel in a few hole-in-ones. No golf cart needed. Some people will just find a way to travel around for free, even if it requires the balance of a god. This guy makes a real race look like he's got cheat codes in a video game. No cheating required, just the IQ to lead the pack. Coming up with contraptions like this is never a trashy idea. Now he just needs to make one for filling the dishwasher and setting the table. You know what they say, you can't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket. Well, he just hit the jackpot of ticket purchasing. Meet the Window Washer 3000, putting window washers out of business since this video dropped. Sure, you could watch each step individually, or you could cut your workday in half by creating a staircase waterfall. Going fishing definitely requires patience, but when you find a nature hack like he did, and even when snoozing you don't lose. When you've just bought a brand new pair of shoes, is this what Moses used to part the Red Sea? When your kids want to watch Tarzan again, but the fight's on at the same time, if you can think outside the TV box, then everybody can be happy. This gives a whole new meaning to couch surfing. Is this what Wally predicted? Forget rock climbing. Rock wheeling is the new extreme sport we didn't know we needed. So those cool adverts were onto something. They took having a cold one to new levels. Not only does he save on gym memberships, but he gets the laundry done at the same time. No washing machine needed. The Uno reverse card. The ability to avoid jail, school, work, and punishment for foul play. One more yellow and that ref's off. And here's the perfect way to get a kid to take their medicine. When he finds out watermelons don't actually taste like cough syrup though, it's gonna be a surprise. Sometimes a handbag isn't enough security from thieves. A tall fence and guard dog works though. There are two types of people in this world. Those who react on the spot, and those who acted the night before. When you have Spider-Man working at your local takeaway, ordering food turns into a show as much as a cure for hunger. If you don't have an elevator in your building, not all hope is lost. In fact, this technique is even more efficient. If never let him know your next move was a person, it would be him. You know your outfit is on point when you only look pregnant depending on the angle. You could buy a remote control lawnmower, or save your money and cut the lawn on a shoestring budget. Every now and then, there comes a school kid who's levels above the rest. Math tests suddenly aren't scary anymore. Thanks to this little genius, folding clothes could actually be fun? I'll think twice before throwing out some cardboard packaging. This is what really happens behind the scenes at Amazon Prime. It really is deals on wheels. When you put dad in charge of hair duty, expect nothing less than the best life hacks ever to emerge. After all this is done, give whoever's idea this is the beanbag and let him rest up. He deserves it. One man's trash is another man's ticket to clearing his driveway. When you've got this way of thinking, you can stop any work issue from escalating. If you're this good at cheating, why play by the rules? Ladders are just a state of mind. To climb down, all he needs is a spade. No extra steps needed. Find a new way to make each journey easier as just part of the life cycle. With a tongue that quick, he could challenge Eminem as rap god, only he'd be tap god. You can only beat what's in front of you, but smart people can always manage to find ways of changing the difficulty. Kid really just said, beat someone your own size. If you're not the biggest fan of watering plants every day, then this clever invention is for you. Work smarter, not harder. When cranes are off the table, it's time to make the workplace your own playground. When the going gets tough and the sun's beating down, it's important to keep a cool head, and this guy's one step ahead of everyone in doing just that. When all seems lost, at least those trips to IKEA didn't go to waste. A moment of applause for vets and dogs. If you act up enough, getting your nails trimmed turns into free food and a luxury spa day. Changing a tire is usually difficult enough, but when they're that big, it takes more than just your average handyman to deal with that. I've seen people balance water on their heads, but a ton of bricks really hits differently. Imagine what he could do at Jenga. When it comes to cutting the lawn, he's the wheel deal. These games are rigged anyway. I back the person who cheats the cheater. He's one slip away from cementing his place in the flooring, but with high risk comes high reward. It's reassuring to know that if she ever lost both her arms, she'd get on just fine. So this is what professional curlers do in their free time. With cleaning this fast, she'll tidy up food crumbs before they hit the floor. How many workers does it take to sand a roof? Well, if it's someone with the initiative of his, then only one. Some people use their super brains to rule the world. For others, life hacks for eating takeaways are good enough. Who said bowling balls can't bounce? This guy's found a glitch in the Matrix to secure the perfect spare. Reason 24 to have her Amazon packages delivered by slide. If you want to get your kid working around the yard, just attach a leaf blower to an RC car. Problem solved. Why lay bricks when you can just create this instant brick effect with, whatever this thing's called? The Superman may be an illegal move in professional cycling, but it's definitely a way to hack physics to your advantage. Never unpack the milk again when you can pull off this move. Though if I tried it, I'd cause the great milk flood of 2023. Instead of winding for hours, this guy found a fast and fun way to extend his awning. Instead of wishing you could add a 0 onto your IQ, just be thankful we got people out there with the intelligence to clear the way. And if you want to use 100% of your brain power, then you better hit that like and subscribe button.